Welcome to myGSPN Live. You're here with your host, Robert Brown.
And Chris Gonzalez.
We've got a great show for you. We've missed you guys, but before we get started, we'd like to thank our sponsor, Garden Grocer. If you're in the Disney Resort area, go to www.gardengrocer.com. Place your order for beverages, snacks, food, anything you need to make your stay easier. Save money, save time, save energy, and everything will be delivered to your resort at the time of your arrival. Again, that is www.gardengrocer.com. So, like we do every week, we want to talk about our top 25 teams. We've had a little bit of movement, but let's dive into our national top 25 power ranking with St. John Bosco.
Well, we're actually going to go ahead and start back down at the bottom towards number 25 with Folsom out of California. Their only loss this year is coming to De La Salle, who is number 12. They are the number 7 ranked team in California with a record of 6-1. 3-0 in conference play. They do have a very strong passing offense, averaging 326 yards a game, led by their senior quarterback sensation, Caden Bennett. He has just under 2,000 passing yards and 30 passing touchdowns through just 7 games this year so far. So he's coming out very, very strong on that right there. At number 22, we have Archbishop Hoban out of Akron, Ohio. They're undefeated right now at 7-0, and they are outscoring their opponents this year so far, 295-103.
We move up the list to number 17, where we have Rome, a very good team. They're led by senior quarterback Knox Kadum. He's having a phenomenal year, about 950 passing yards so far this year, along with 16 touchdowns, and he's got a 141.4 quarterback rating, which is almost perfect. He's playing absolutely outside his mind, and this Rome team, which is number 17 ranked, is doing phenomenal. They've got a running back, Jamius Griffin, hope I pronounced that right, who is having an unbelievable year. He's already got 1,500 rushing yards and 20 touchdowns, so he looks like some of these quarterbacks on the list. Even his quarterback, he's got more rushing yards than he has passing yards, so congratulations to him and this Rome team continuing to do as well as they are.
Bumping up to number 14, we have St. Thomas Aquinas out of Fort Lauderdale, Florida. They are 5-1 with their lone loss coming to Miami Central, so another one of our top-ranked teams there. They are very strong on their front seven on defense. They have already put up 24 sacks this year through 6 games, so they are really causing havoc there in the backfield for quarterbacks and offensive lines. At number 13, we have Carroll City, undefeated at 6-0. They are out of Miami, Florida. They are 2-0 in conference play, and they have been completely hammering their opponents this season so far. Only 2 teams have been able to score on them this season, and they are outscoring teams that they're playing 278-23. Now, their last 3 games, for instance, they won 76-0, 47-0, and 50-0. So, if you see this team on your schedule, it's not something you guys are looking forward to, and they will be playing Miami Northwestern this Friday night.
That actually reminds me of the next team on our list. At number 9, it is Centennial, California school. They're scoring the ball much like that same team. Their last game was 78-0, 59-6, 77-7. They started the season off defeating Chandler from Arizona, who's been ranked on a list 35-13. They're led by 2 quarterbacks who they get to split some time together, Carter Freeland and Ala Mikhail. Freeland plays a little bit more, but they've both combined for about 1,700 passing yards and 18 touchdowns on the year to lead this undefeated team to their 7-0 record right now. Their next game will be against Norco on Friday at 7 p.m. So if you're in the area, go watch that. They're a phenomenal offensive team to go watch.
And at number 5, we have Miami Central. Been in the top 5 here almost every week that we've had. They are 6-1, fresh off of a 51-0 win over Blanche Eli this past week. And they will be facing off to play Hialeah Miami Lakes this week on Friday night.
The next teams we have on our list right now at number 4 is going to be Allen from Texas. They've been on our top 25 the entire year. Allen is the number 1 team in Texas, and looking at them, their real, kind of claim to fame recently has been Kyler Murray. If you're a college football fan, he's the phenomenal quarterback that's leading Oklahoma Sooners to their undefeated record. He was the number 9 pick in the MLB draft a few years ago. So after this college season, he'll move on and play professional baseball. But this is the best team in Texas, hands down. And when we get to state championships, when you really get to see this Allen team play against some of the other top Texas teams, these showdowns will be absolutely phenomenal. Staying on our list, though, the next team, modern day, it's one of the bigger teams on this list, much like the IMGs. Everybody knows about them. They're led by a few guys, but we'll start with Bryce Young, their quarterback, committed to USC. He absolutely destroyed IMG when they played. He has 1,700 passing yards on the year and 21 touchdowns. He also has 200 rushing yards and 4 touchdowns there. Their running back, Glenn Harper, 550 yards on the ground, 6 touchdowns. They've had 8 different wide receivers catch touchdown passes from Young. Moses Spaluna, 39 tackles on the year to lead the team. They're a college team putting up phenomenal statistics right now.
And finally, at number 1 on our national top 25, we do have St. John's Bosco out of California. Undefeated team here, 7-0, 2-0 in conference play. Just another one of those teams that you really are not looking forward to seeing on your schedule. They do have a very balanced offense between the run and the pass, and they are led by their junior quarterback, DJ Ugalele. So far on the season, he's put up 1,570 passing yards, 23 touchdown passes with only 2 interceptions. So very accurate quarterback there in DJ. Now, we're going to go ahead and move on here to our Florida top 15. Again, we mentioned these 3 teams already in our national rankings. So at 6-1, we have number 1 in Florida. We do have Central out of Miami.
They've had a really tough schedule this year, good strength of schedule, have beaten some good teams, have lost to a really good team, so can't hold that too much against them. They're a really dominant team down in that Miami area.
Exactly, and again, they are fresh off of a 51-0 win over Blanche Eli, another top team here in the nation, and they are playing against Hialeah Miami Lakes this week. At number 3 again, St. Thomas Aquinas out of Fort Lauderdale, 5-1 on the season so far. 24 sacks this year on the defensive end. So again, just been wreaking havoc. And at number 4, we have Carroll City out of Miami, another undefeated team here at 6-0 and 2-0 in conference play.
Moving on, we have Lakeland coming in. It is our number 9 ranked team for the year. Lakeland is, they do it by committee, a team by committee. They've got 2,000 rushing yards on the year with 33 touchdowns. So they love to put the ball in their running backs and quarterback running the option a lot, put it in their hand, let them keep it on the ground. Defensively, again, they've got 48 tackles for losses, 17.5 sacks, 5 interceptions as a team for the year. So, they do it by committee. Next on our list at number 10 will be Vero Beach, again at 7-0. They're a very good team. Nicholas Caladono, wide receiver with 900 yards and 9 touchdowns on the year. Their quarterback also has 1,730 passing yards. So, again, doing it all. Actually, their quarterback was Nicholas Celadano with the 1,700 passing yards, 17 touchdowns. And DeMarcus Harris, their all-purpose guy, the wide receiver, has 900 yards with his 9 touchdowns on the year.
There we go. At number 12, we have Wekiva out of Apopka, Florida. 5-1 so far this year. Their lone loss was 2 weeks ago. They lost to another top Orlando team, West Orange. They only lost by 1 point. Now, they have a very balanced offense. They have 2 sensational running backs in Brandon Hill and in Supreme Richardson. And they do have a big district game on Friday night versus another Orlando team, Evans. So that's going to be a big game to look forward to. And finally, at number 15, coming in on our list, we have Jones out of Orlando, Florida as well. They are 5-1, and their only loss is coming to Wekiva in week 1. So they took a very early loss out of the gate. I want to say they lost by 17 points there. And since then, they have been on a roll, 5-0. They most recently won 41-31 over another one of Orlando's top teams in West Orange. So their next game is going to be actually tonight, Thursday night, at home versus Carrollwood Day School.
Perfect. Well, We thank everyone for tuning in. As always, we encourage every student athlete to go to myGSPN.com and sign up for a player profile page so we can get interacting with you, and follow us on all our social media so we can, talk to you guys and get you a little more involved in our show. But we thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you tomorrow for another live show.
Here at Central Florida Chemdry, we understand the importance of having a clean and healthy home for you and your children, as well as your pets. Chemdry offers the industry's highest performance on carpet cleaning, tile and grout, VCT, leather and upholstery, and even granite renewal. With over 30 green certified products, Chemdry services are designed to surpass the competition by removing 98% of allergens from carpet and upholstery and 89% of airborne bacteria, improving indoor air quality, leaving your home drier, cleaner, healthier. Here at Central Florida Chemdry, we understand